Are you able to detect subtle indications that a woman may be more interested in you than you initially thought? In this video, I'll outline 6 distinct signs a woman wants to escalate their relationship. If you're new to my content, click the subscribe button to receive daily videos filled with insights, tips, and advice to enhance your life. It's a form of body language that conveys emotional closeness and attention. Often, this gesture is subconscious, making it a reliable indicator of someone's genuine feelings or intentions in relationships and social interactions. Leaning in can serve multiple purposes, such as demonstrating interest, reflecting a person's focus and engagement, and building rapport. In addition to establishing emotional closeness and indicating attraction, rapport also subtly expresses a desire for intimacy. Let's delve deeper into the reasons behind a woman's tendency to lean in during conversations, as well as the wider implications of this gesture. Leaning in during a conversation is a seemingly simple gesture, yet it holds significant weight in non-verbal communication. When a woman leans in, it often signals comfort, interest, and even attraction. However, the reasons and implications can vary depending on the context, her personality, and your relationship dynamic. In this video, we'll explore the nuances of leaning in during conversations. We will dissect the psychological and social reasons behind this behavior and guide you on how to interpret and respond to this subtle yet impactful gesture. Leaning in is a sign of comfort and trust, often indicating that a woman feels comfortable around you. Physical proximity requires a level of trust, as people naturally maintain boundaries with those they are unsure about or unfamiliar with, breaking personal space barriers. Most people have a personal space bubble, which they rarely allow others to enter. By leaning in, a woman signals that she feels safe and secure in your presence. Emotional openness. Leaning in indicates that she's not only physically close, but also emotionally open. This gesture can indicate vulnerability and a willingness to connect on a deeper level, subconscious signals of relaxation. If her posture is relaxed and she leans in without hesitation, it shows she's at ease. A tense or forced lean would suggest otherwise. By physically closing the gap and emphasizing emotional closeness, she is reinforcing the emotional connection she feels with you. This is especially true when she leans in during moments of laughter or shared vulnerability, enhancing communication. Leaning in improves. Intimacy in conversations makes interactions feel more personal. It's a way of signaling that she's actively listening and values what you're saying. Testing compatibility. Leaning in might also be a subtle test. She's gauging how you respond to her proximity, which could inform her next steps in building a relationship. 3 is a sign of engagement and interest. When a woman leans in, it's often a sign that she's fully engaged in the conversation. This is particularly significant in the age of distractions, where divided attention is common. Focusing on you, leaning in, eliminates external distractions and shows that she's invested in the interaction and values your input. Other cues like nodding, tilting her head, or maintaining eye contact often accompany this posture, reinforcing her interest in reciprocating your energy if your speech is animated or passionate. Leaning in is her way of matching your energy and enthusiasm. In romantic or flirty situations, she seeks physical closeness and attraction. Leaning in is often a sign of physical attraction. It subtly communicates a desire to reduce the space between you. If she frequently leans in, especially in quieter or one-on-one settings, it may indicate she is comfortable being physically close to you, simplifying a deeper level of intimacy and creating physical proximity. If she frequently leans in, especially in quieter or one-on-one settings, it may indicate that she feels comfortable being physically close to you, along with other cues. Look for additional signs of attraction, such as touching her hair, light physical contact, or prolonged eye contact. These, combined with leaning in, paint a clearer picture of her intentions. Subtle seduction. Body language, such as leaning in to flirt subtly, is a non-verbal way for women to express interest without overtly stating it. Secondly, when a woman dresses up for you, it's more than just a fashion statement. It's often a combination of subtle cues, psychological motivations, and social behaviors that point to her interest in you. Consistent efforts in your presence could be her way of conveying attraction. In this detailed exploration, we'll uncover 4 key reasons why a woman might dress up for you, backed by deeper insights into human behavior, psychology, and social dynamics. By the end, you'll understand not only why she's doing it, but also how to interpret it in the right context. 1. She wants to impress you. One of the most straightforward. When someone is attracted to another person, they naturally want to show off their best self. Therefore, a woman dresses up for you in order to create an impact. This is a sign of value. Dressing up is not always simple. It requires choosing the appropriate attire, applying cosmetics, accessorizing, and more. When a lady does these things for you on a regular basis, it indicates that she values you. The function of a rational visual appeal greatly influences our first impressions, according to psychology research on human attraction. Impressions. By dressing nicely, she can leverage her natural attractiveness to capture your attention and sustain it with relevant examples. Consider your most recent exchanges. She makes conscious attempts to make an impact by wearing a fragrance you've praised previously and by showing off her confidence when she shows up for casual coffee dates, looking like she's ready for a magazine shoot. When a woman feels positive about her appearance, it frequently shows in the way she conducts herself. Dressing up may be a powerful way for her to express herself and increase her confidence. By dressing up, she may be using her looks to convey self-assurance that she is comfortable in her own skin. It's not only about looking good, it's about feeling good. Confidence is attractive. Many women will tell you that they dress up for themselves as well as for other people. But when this boosts your confidence, when behavior occurs more frequently around you, it's probably because your viewpoint is given greater weight. Observe how her body language conveys confidence. She may adopt an upright stance, keep your eyes fixed on her, or smile genuinely. These are all indications that she is not only showcasing her inner confidence, but also dressing appropriately. 3. She's establishing the tone. A person's attire frequently expresses the kind of attitude or feeling they wish to project. For instance, while someone in comfortable, casual clothing may be indicating relaxation, someone in a formal business suit at a meeting conveys professionalism. She may be attempting to match her appearance to the mood she wishes to convey with you through the subtle art of color psychology, whether she chooses to dress elegantly for dinner dates or to dress more flirtatiously and playfully during casual get-togethers. Observe the hues she chooses to wear. For instance, black can convey sophistication and elegance, while crimson is often associated with passion and romance. Knowing this, ladies may incorporate color into their wardrobe choices to quietly convey their intentions. Accessorizing to enhance one's appeal can also reveal significant information about a woman. A well-chosen outfit shows consideration, and if she adapts it for events with you, she values you enough to put in the effort. Prioritizing effort in one's interactions is one of the most obvious signs of interest. When a lady consistently dresses up for you, it's an indication that she appreciates your company. Since effort is a sign of interest, it's critical to understand that people only put effort into things they believe are worthwhile. She probably dresses up for informal get-togethers or meetings since she thinks you're someone unique, and that constant work counts. A single act of dressing up may not hold much significance and could simply be a coincidence, but if she consistently presents herself in a stunning manner around you, it suggests that she is developing a habit of prioritizing her appearance to earn your respect and effort. Human communication is about much more than words. In fact, research indicates that over 70% of communication is nonverbal, including gestures, posture, eye contact, and body language. Of these nonverbal cues, one of the most fascinating and revealing behaviors is mirroring, also known as the chameleon effect. She may be copying your energy and effort if you always look good. Number 3. Mirroring your actions is a subtle but powerful sign of attraction. When a woman mimics your activities, it's a potent nonverbal means for her to communicate her sentiments. Mirroring is the process by which someone unconsciously mimics the behavior, gestures, or posture of another person. This subtle mimicry is frequently a sign of comfort, trust, or interest. This essay will go into excellent detail about the psychology of mirroring, including why it occurs and what it signifies when a woman engages in this behavior with you. Mirroring is a subconscious behavior in which one person mimics the speech patterns, body language, or mannerisms of another. It happens spontaneously in social situations and is a universal method for people to connect. People frequently use it to establish rapport, foster trust, and demonstrate empathy. If you cross your legs or lean forward when speaking, she may do the same. Even though mirroring isn't always a deliberate effort, it's a powerful sign of how someone thinks about you in your relationship, whether you make hand gestures or touch your face. Mirroring's psychology stems from social and evolutionary psychology, which holds that social bonding and survival depend on human connections. Mirror neurons, specialized brain cells that fire when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing the same action, govern this behavior. These neurons enable us to comprehend and sympathize with the feelings and intentions of others, which makes mirroring a natural method of bringing people together to establish rapport. You may observe mirroring between close friends or couples, or during successful sales pitches to demonstrate interest and engagement. When someone is genuinely interested in you or what you're saying, they frequently mimic your body language without realizing it. This is their way of demonstrating attention and alignment to create emotional alignment. Mirroring fosters a sense of connection and mutual understanding. Mirroring facilitates emotional state synchronization. If one person is cool and peaceful, the other person may become similarly energized as soon as she feels safe and at ease in your presence. Mirroring is a normal reaction when someone is comfortable. If a lady mimics your behavior, for instance, by quickly crossing her legs, it's a clear sign that she feels secure and at ease with you. She is unconsciously aligning her behavior with yours when you do this, or pick up her cup immediately after you take a sip. Comfort is the cornerstone of deeper connections, whether they be physical or mental, and she wants to establish one. The desire to build rapport and a bond with you is one of the most compelling motivations for mirroring. A woman who mimics your behavior is quietly communicating that she enjoys your company and wishes to deepen the bond. For example, if you lean in while telling a story and she leans in as well, it shows that she is fully involved in the exchange. Similarly, if you make expressive hand gestures and she begins to follow suit, it shows that she is paying attention to your feelings and energy. Mirroring is her method of flirting and helps create a sense of sameness, which is essential for developing intimacy and trust. By imitating your gestures, a woman can flirt subtly but effectively without being overt. Her flirtatious mirroring behaviors include mimicking your hand gestures during a conversation, adjusting her posture to match yours when you're sitting close to each other, and keeping up with your pace when you're walking side by side. She is showcasing her alignment and attraction while gauging your reaction. This nonverbal communication allows her to show attention without feeling compelled to use words, making the dynamic she's testing compatible, fun, and captivating. A woman who mimics your actions is unconsciously attempting to ascertain whether your energy pace and behavior are compatible with hers. For instance, if you speak slowly and calmly and she mimics this, it indicates that she is willing to match your rhythm. Similarly, if you lean in during an intimate conversation and she mimics the movement, it indicates that she is open to connecting on a more personal level. This small trial run helps you both assess the possibility of harmony in your relationship. The fourth, she talks about intimacy a lot. When a woman talks about intimacy a lot in her interactions with you, it's probably not a coincidence. Intimacy can take numerous forms, ranging from emotional connection to physical proximity. Understanding the subtleties is crucial, as frequent references to it can clearly indicate her desire to progress the relationship. The reasons she's bringing up this topic, what it means for your relationship, and how to read her intentions are the topics. 1. Emotional protection and comfort. The first and most significant reason a woman may bring up intimacy frequently is because she feels safe and comfortable with you. Discussing intimacy demands a certain amount of vulnerability, and many people are hesitant to discuss such private matters with someone they don't completely trust or feel comfortable with. Therefore, when a woman brings up topics like past relationships, desires, or even sexual preferences, it may indicate that she feels emotionally comfortable with you. This emotional safety is an essential component of any relationship, and the fact that she's opening up about such delicate topics indicates that she believes you will be understanding and non-judgmental in your responses. Fostering this trust through open, respectful, and empathetic conversations can further solidify your relationship. It's also possible that she is discussing intimacy not just for the sake of physical proximity, but also for emotional reasons. In many relationships, emotional intimacy serves as the basis for physical intimacy. If she feels comfortable discussing her past feelings, experiences, or vulnerabilities, it can foster trust and intimacy, potentially leading to further conversations or even a closer, more intimate relationship. 2 key aspects of this process are assessing your response and testing limits. Bringing up intimacy-related subjects frequently can also be a way to test boundaries in many relationships, particularly in the early stages when there is often a period of figuring out what each person is and is not comfortable with. She may be testing your opinions to see if you agree or want to discuss them. For example, if she discusses how she feels about sex or previous relationships, she's probably curious to see how you react to those topics. She feels uncomfortable discussing intimacy with you, or are you open and engaged? Your reaction will give her important information about how interested you are in pursuing the relationship further. Additionally, discussing intimacy may be a sign that she is testing your emotional maturity. Intimate themes may include complicated emotional exchanges, such as prior trauma, former relationships, and her perspective on love and connection beyond sex. She is experimenting with these topics to observe your ability to handle more personal and vulnerable discussions, while also challenging your physical and emotional limits. She is attempting to ascertain whether she can feel judged or uneasy having those in-depth and maybe private chats with you. 3 of them yearn for a deeper emotional connection. Intimacy is not just about physical contact, it's also about emotional vulnerability and sharing personal thoughts, desires, and experiences. When a woman talks about her emotional needs, what intimacy means to her, or how she views relationships, it's frequently a way of expressing a desire for a deeper emotional connection with you. This is another significant reason why she might talk about intimacy frequently. When she brings up intimacy-related topics, it could be her way of expressing that she's seeking more than just casual conversations or interactions. She might be trying to see if you share her needs for closeness and connection. For example, she might talk about how she felt in past relationships or what made her feel emotionally connected to a partner. In many relationships, emotional intimacy strengthens the bond and eventually paves the way for more intimate physical relationships. It's important to keep in mind that women frequently seek emotional validation in intimate conversations. They may want to know that you understand and respect their needs and desires. These kinds of conversations are frequently a subtle way for her to show that she values emotional closeness and wants to make sure you're on the same page. This emotional affirmation could play a significant role in establishing a deeper relationship that goes beyond surface-level encounters. See number 5. Light and flirtatious discourse offers a glimpse of attraction. For millennia, people have used flirting in its numerous manifestations to express interest, break the ice, and establish emotional bonds. One of the most captivating and obvious signs that someone is interested in you is flirty and fun banter. If a woman often uses this communication style, it's usually a clear indication that she feels a connection. But what precisely is flirty banter? What makes it such a strong signal, and how do you interpret it? This essay delves deeply into these questions. This essay examines psychological indicators and techniques for comprehension and reciprocation. Jovial flirtation. What does light-hearted and flirtatious banter mean? Engaging in flirty and playful banter, a type of light-hearted discussion that frequently includes teasing humor and subtle hints of attraction, allows two people to explore their chemistry while maintaining a light-hearted, non-serious atmosphere. This kind of connection frequently blends body language, laughter, smiles, and vocal humor to create a multi-layered communication style. Fundamentally, flirtatious banter serves as a low-risk method for expressing interest and gauging reciprocation. It permits the exploration of attraction without making overt statements, which in the early phases of an interaction might feel overly exposed or frightening. This method is frequently used by women to gauge your emotional intelligence, sense of humor, and capacity to women engage in flirtatious banter by creating a pleasant dynamic. There are a few reasons why a lady can engage in flirtatious and humorous banter. It's not only for fun. She enjoys exploring new possibilities, and banter serves as an effective way for her to determine the presence of chemistry. 2. She feels comfortable around you. People often joke and tease when they feel at ease, and a woman who engages in playful banter is signaling that she trusts you enough to lower her guard and engage in a dynamic that depends on mutual participation. If she's making light-hearted jokes or teasing you about something trivial, she's probably trying to see if you can keep up and whether you're compatible in a way that feels natural and engaging. For instance, she might remark, "Oh, you're one of those people who order pineapple on pizza. What an interesting choice." Comfort is a crucial element of attraction. If she feels at ease with you, she is more inclined to express her genuine interest in you, even if it takes the form of humor. 3. It's a subdued method of expressing interest. She can express her attraction through flirtatious conversation without fear of direct rejection. A lady might remark something like, "You know, I would think you were trying to impress me if I didn't know any better." This light-hearted comment not only suggests that she is aware of the circumstances, but it also asks you to support or refute her theories. This light-hearted interaction, which keeps the topic light but is still full of subtext, allows her to express her interest while observing your response. If you give her a positive response, it motivates her to continue the conversation. She wishes to establish a special bond. Playful banter is also a means of developing a special and unforgettable bond. Whether she's making fun of your peculiarities or making jokes about common experiences, she's establishing a conversation that feels intimate and unique to the two of you, which enhances your bond. Despite occasional platonic banter, her conversation is more than just friendly. Here are some indicators that her banter is coming from a place of attraction. She teases you about intimate or romantic subjects. She's testing the waters if her jokes occasionally make fun of your smooth moves or joke that you're a heartbreaker. These kinds of remarks are subtle ways of implying that she's interested. 2. Pay attention to her body language, which matches her words. If she's laughing, maintaining eye contact, leaning in close, or lightly touching your arm while bantering, these are strong indicators that she's flirting rather than just joking around. 3. She goes out of her way to keep the conversation flowing. Dynamic. Her engagement in the moment is evident when she actively participates in the conversation, provides insightful responses, or actively seeks to sustain the dialogue. Finding reasons to spend time together is number 6 in terms of human connection. Consistently seeking opportunities to spend time with you is one of the best indicators that a woman is interested in you, as actions often carry more weight than words. These interactions may appear informal, but they are frequently conscious attempts to build deep connections. This essay will break down subtle behaviors and examine the various ways a woman could find excuses to spend time with you. Psychological foundations and illustrations to aid your interpretation of her behavior after she establishes opportunities for informal conversations. Even if she doesn't invite you one-on-one, she may include you in group activities where she knows you'll be able to interact. This allows her to gauge your interest in a more comfortable social environment and find excuses to bump into you frequently in places you visit. Women who are interested in someone will often create casual, low-pressure opportunities to spend time together, such as suggesting shared activities. For example, she might say, "I've been wanting to try this new cafe. Want to come with me?" Music. There are coincidental reasons for its importance. She is able to connect with you through these exchanges while maintaining a casual demeanor. When she supports or requests your aid, it demonstrates that she appreciates working with your firm and is prepared to take the initiative to make things happen. The exchange of favors is one of the traditional ways a woman may attempt to find an excuse to spend time with you. For instance, she may offer to help you with a task you're working on, such as organizing your workspace, helping you study, or offering to pick something up for you. These actions indicate that she is actively seeking opportunities to spend time with you, even as she politely requests your assistance. On the other hand, she may ask you for assistance with something like repairing her computer, moving furniture, or offering guidance on a subject she knows you are knowledgeable about. Although the favor may appear practical, it's frequently a way to connect with you on a deeper level, which is why it matters. Helping or receiving help cultivates a sense of reciprocity and trust, often leading to more intimate discussions and the development of emotional intimacy. Thirdly, she consistently shows up in your areas. Another subtle but deliberate behavior is when she begins to show up at places you frequent, such as your gym or fitness class. If she suddenly shows interest in your exercise regimen or enrolls in a class you attend, it's usually an indication that she wants to spend more time with you at your favorite hangouts. If she starts showing up at your favorite cafe, library, or park, it's likely that she's trying to arrange for you to attend events you're involved in, such as parties, work gatherings, or hobby groups. Her presence may suggest that she is seeking opportunities to connect her life with yours. As she's demonstrating interest in your life and finding natural ways to interact with you by being in your areas, which can feel chance-based, but they're frequently strategic attempts to deepen your relationship. She turns discussions into plans. Women who show interest in you often steer casual conversations towards potential plans. This could involve bringing up common hobbies. For example, if you say you like hiking, she might say, "That sounds like so much fun. We should go together sometime." This is her way of showing interest and establishing a plan for the future. Transforming informal conversations into specific ideas. For instance, if you are discussing movies, she might recommend that we watch them together at some point. These small gestures indicate that she is interested in spending more time with you and is excited about your suggestions. She will probably react favorably if you make a suggestion, demonstrating her receptivity to whatever you have to offer. This is why it counts. Her behavior indicates that she is interested in spending time with you in a way that feels natural and reciprocal. She also demonstrates her commitment to creating shared experiences. One of the best ways to tell if she's interested in you is if she actively shares your interests. This could include taking up your hobbies or passions. If she suddenly shows interest in things you enjoy, like playing sports, watching a particular genre of movies, or trying out your favorite food, it's a sign that she wants to connect with you on common ground and invites you to join her hobbies. Alternatively, she might invite you to partake in her interests, like attending a yoga class or joining a new book club. This generates chances for reciprocal interaction.